From Washington, this is VOA News. Coming up, the latest on the U.S. government shutdown. Hundreds of African migrants dead or missing in the Mediterranean. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Norman. Here in the U.S., President Obama Thursday demanded that Republican House Speaker John Boehner stop his farce and allow a vote on the spending bill to reopen the U.S. government.
The worst part is, this time, it's not because of a once-in-a-lifetime recession. This isn't happening because of some financial crisis. It's happening because of a reckless Republican shutdown in Washington.
And with the shutdown about to enter its fourth day, Mr. Obama accused Boehner of catering to a small group of conservative Republican extremists who want to defund the president's health care program known as the Affordable Care Act. House Majority Leader Eric Cantor Thursday put the blame for the shutdown on President Obama.
For 5 years, President Obama has carried an I won, it's my way or the highway attitude. And he's not reached across the aisle to Republicans. The president's refusal to work in a bipartisan way has led us to this shutdown.
Shutdown has furloughed more than 800,000 federal workers and closed down all but the most essential government services. While Washington debated the government shutdown on Thursday, police here in Washington shot and killed a woman near the U.S. Capitol building after she tried to drive through a barricade near the White House before driving away and leading officers on a dramatic car chase. Washington Police Chief Kathy Lanier.
Both of the United States Secret Service and Capitol Police officers, from what I have seen so far in this investigation, acted heroically in trying to stop this suspect from entering the security perimeters at both locations. We have 2 officers that are injured, one from Capitol and one from Secret Service. Fortunately, both of them will be okay. But 2 officers injured just doing their job.
Lanier told reporters the woman died after police fired into her vehicle. She said officers rescued a 1-year-old child from the car after the chase. Police are refusing to comment on the motive for the woman who drove the car. They say the incident remains under investigation. Hundreds of African migrants are dead or missing in the Mediterranean Sea after a disabled boat carrying an estimated 500 people caught fire and sank off the Italian island. VOA's Al Pessin reports.
Italian Coast Guard sailors helped migrants off a rescue boat at Lampedusa port Thursday morning. Most were men. An official of the Rome-based International Organization for Migration said most of the women and all of the children on the migrant boat drowned. The boat, carrying about 500 people, overturned after a fire broke out on board about 1 kilometer off Lampedusa's shore. Officials say most of these migrants are from Eritrea, but reports said some might also be from Somalia. Their smuggler's boat reportedly set out from Libya. Al Pessin, VOA News, London.
Top U.S. official says limited sanctions relief for Iran is possible if it takes confidence-building steps to allay concerns about its nuclear program, but that fundamental measures must remain in place until all issues have been dealt with. State Department Undersecretary for Political Affairs Wendy Sherman told a Senate panel on Thursday that any diplomatic engagement with Iran will be accompanied by what she called vigorous enforcement of sanctions already in place.
23 economies have united in significantly reducing or eliminating purchases of Iranian crude oil. Over the past 24 months, Iran's rial has depreciated by approximately 60%, as Iran's access to the international financial sector has been largely severed.
She described the measures imposed following Iran's refusal to halt uranium enrichment as the toughest sanctions the world has ever seen, and asserted that they have forced Tehran to the negotiating table. Iran contends its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. The operator of Japan's tsunami-wrecked Fukushima nuclear power plant is apologizing for yet another leak of radioactive water. The Tokyo Electric Power Company said Thursday about 430 liters of toxic wastewater spilled, likely into the Pacific Ocean when workers overfilled a storage tank. Company says it was under pressure to fill the tank as high possible, ordered to deal with the large amount of rainwater from recent typhoons. Get more news at our website, voanews.com.